Hi, friends. It's Eric here. I titled this live stream, Only Boring People Get Bored?
It's something. Gosh, it's such a good title. What do you think about that phrase?
Well, that's something I've probably said before, but I am bored. I don't like to think of myself as boring, but I've been bored the last few days. Just like
we even had a suggestion. Someone gave us a suggestion of something to do, but I don't even remember what it is.
I don't know. Embrace excitement. The thing is, of course, I'm a few days away from a new bottle of Adderall. At that point, I'll have lots of enthusiasm and stuff. But I'm really a little surprised. I haven't felt like bored like this for a couple of days. It's been a long time.
I hope that I'm not.
Rachel, of course not, darling. You are not at fault at all.
I just don't because I understand where you're coming from.
I expect myself to entertain myself. I've always expected that.
That's good.
Because I was an only child, and I just always found myself capable of entertaining myself. I just pretend when I was a child. Even now, I go lie down to nap, and I pretend in bed until I fall asleep.
So lovely.
I actually woke up feeling pretty cheerful and everything, but I just wanted to negate the idea that only boring people get bored.
Yeah.
Fact is,
Eric is not a boring person.
I'm not a boring person, but I get bored too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I just get dopamine deprived, and I'm not feeling motivated towards doing anything really. You're very boring. I'm always so interesting it gets really tedious. Wow, Chris, that's gotta be terrible. Be that interesting.
Do people call you the life of the party?
The life of the never-ending party.
That's a pretty heavy title right there.
I think Chris Chapin is, because he's so interesting that it gets really tedious, he's kind of like the song that never ends, which is also something that's so interesting and yet gets really tedious.
So tedious.
This is the song that never ends. It just goes on, my friend. Some people started singing it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. It just goes on, my friend. Yeah. And so forth, indefinitely.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes when I get really bored, I do things to people. Are you talking about sexual intercourse, email anthrax? That is a good way to kill some time. It's a good way to kill about 15 minutes. 20 minutes, maybe.
It does.
It doesn't really kill a whole hell of a lot of time, is the point.
Which is,
although
I would rather...
It does immediately result in nap time afterwards for me, anyway.
Mm.
So it also has a couple hours of nap after it. Thank you, my precious treasure.
Oh, you're welcome.
Did you guys know that Rachel is my precious treasure? It's true.
Thanks, host Eric.
She's like a box full of gold bullion and jewels.
Aww.
And beef bullion.
He's one of my favorite names for a boy.
Eric?
Yeah, I like that name a lot.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Somebody around here recommended I watch this Steve MRE channel. Steve 1999 MRE channel. And I gotta say, it's been quite rewarding to watch bits and pieces of those videos when I just watched him this morning eat this piece of chocolate from a 1906 ration.
That stuff is cool.
And it was still good. The chocolate was still good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's actually astounding. Because I had a bad experience with outdated chocolate. Really? Yeah, and I was like, oh man. So that's incredible.
Well, it was still sealed in its airtight container, you know?
like some more coffee?
Yes, I would love some. Thank you. I think it's very interesting, though, that a chocolate bar is so universally part of a ration kit. I guess the reason being, for some reason, it doesn't really need preservation very much. And they had this tropical bar, which melts at a higher temperature than a regular chocolate bar because people in the army, when they were in the fighting zones, sometimes it was hot, you know.
Yeah, that's very TE thinking, right?
Yeah, tropical chocolate, they called it. So it doesn't melt at a low point. It doesn't get melty. And in fact, they also had this like emergency bar that they started issuing. That's like this, you know, it's like boom. It's called, you know, chocolate bar, but it's not really a chocolate bar. It's more like a it's more like a food cube, and it's got oatmeal in it, so it doesn't melt very easily. And basically, to eat that thing, you either make it into like a porridge, or you well, Jesus is Lord, I'm pretty sure you can't meaningfully distinguish between right and wrong, but other people can. Anyway, these MRE things, they're very interesting. You know, it's like the guy, he also ate this stuff called pedican, is it called? It's like a mixture of dried beef and grain. Pemmican, I think it's called pemmican or pedican, something like that. It's some old school food they used to give the military. Pemmican, I think it's called. Pemmican. No, that's not what it's called. Dried meat and grain used in rations. Pemmican, it's called. Pemmican. All right, so this dude ate some pemmican from 1906.
How was it?
He said it smelled just like fish food. You feed the fishes, but he tasted it and he said, you know, it wasn't terrible.
Okay.
He ate some of it. The chocolate tasted still like chocolate once he melted it.
That's exciting. I would have been excited over that if I were him.
You know, Anthrax, I wish you could communicate that to me better as well.
Turn to
when
the table.
When you are right and I am wrong, I really wish you could communicate that to me because I'd like to correct myself. Rations, sounds like rations, is a fairly common brand of corn chips in New Zealand. Huh, interesting. So,
you know what?
Go ahead, sorry.
I was thinking about today because I was reading about the nomination for a Supreme Court judge, and I hope your dad doesn't think that like I'm like partial to her because I grew up Roman Catholic. Because honestly, like I was raised Roman Catholic. I don't follow.
He might think that, but if he did, it wouldn't bother him at all.
Oh, that's cool. I mean,
and if he does think that, he might bring it up. He might think that because you're Catholic, you support the Catholic person.
Yeah, but I'm not like that at all. At all. Like I know nothing from Sunday school because all I used to do was doodle.
I know something about Sunday school. That's the boring thing I didn't have to go to.
Oh, who's the cool kid in the room now?
She's going to slam all the doors RGB open for her. What's RGB?
Ruth.
Oh, Ruth Gator Ginsburg. I see. You mean RBG. You got your G and your B
BG,
backwards.
Yeah. No wonder you were like, backwards.
Bacon confirms, having grown up Catholic, that there was in fact a lot of doodling.
Yeah, that's like, it's the equivalent of Peaches. Like, getting your religion book is the equivalent of like a Peachy folder. You would like doodle. No.
I got my first comment, as I told Rachel, on my Peachy shirt the other day. Someone at the store was like, "Hey, I remember those," which is what I want to hear. And then the younger person with them looked just sort of like, "Huh? Well, hello, Trouble. Oh, what a handsome gentleman. We have a very handsome gentleman visitor.
Where is he going?
I'm going to get him some food."
Okay, I'm going to stare at him from... It's okay, Trouble.
It sounds like my dad's watching some sports.
Oh, yeah?
I keep hearing him going, "Oh!"
I wonder what he's watching.
Monday Night Football, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
Has it started yet?
Yeah, it has.
I mean, it's 6 o'clock. It usually starts at 6.
Oh.
Trouble, you are such a special, handsome gentleman today that I am going to give you the good food instead of the bad food.
Morale. Is that our pee-pee? Oh, no. It's Trouble. In love with the P and P. Who wouldn't be so pretty like you?
Yeah, they're friends now. Yeah, they've learned to be friends.
Yeah.
That's what he's hooting and hollering about. No, he's not hooting and hollering about football. He's hooting and hollering about the Cats. I do watch football.
I like watching Pac-12 with you and all the college sports that I don't know about.
Rachel and I enjoy watching sports together. We've been watching Dodgers.
Yeah. We used our cards to predict who's going to be the winner of the World Series, and it looks like the Astros are going to take it, according to
The Tarot predicts
Tarot.
that the Astros will beat the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yeah.
We did every round of both sides. So take that for what it's worth. If you think the Tarot is better predicting baseball than you, then you should bet on what the Tarot says.
Yeah.
If you think you're better at predicting baseball than the Tarot, then you should not vote with what the Tarot says.
Correct. I am not a part of that crew of the Roman Catholics.
There will be a mutiny in baseball if they win again. Yeah, people will be upset.
Yeah, people. I'm sorry, but I would be upset too, honestly.
Well,
I'm not a huge.
I think the Dodgers have a pretty good shot. The Dodgers have
They
a hell
do.
of a good season, especially considering the fact that when you look at their stats, their individual stats, nobody really stands out.
That's the best part. They're playing as a team, and they're
It's their
pitching.
Yeah, it's their pitching that's holding the shit together. But they're scoring a lot of runs.
They are scoring a lot of runs. That's what I mean. Is like they're playing as a team. Like that camaraderie that is important when you're playing a team sport. Oh, cool.
The Chiefs and the Ravens are in fact on. They're both 2-0.
Oh, Chiefs are.
The Chiefs are up by 10 points. Start of the second quarter. So let me look at the MLB page. All right, so we're done with the regular season now. The 29th is the start of the American League playoffs. We've got Houston versus Minnesota. We've got Chicago White Sox versus Oakland, Toronto Blue Jays versus Tampa Bay, and New York Yankees versus Cleveland. And then on Wednesday,
Wait, today's the 28th, right?
yeah,
Okay, good. My dad's birthday is tomorrow. I gotta give him a call.
Delilah's birthday is Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll remember that too.
Wednesday, you've got Cincinnati, Atlanta, Houston, Minnesota, Miami versus the Cubs, White Sox versus the Oaklands, Toronto versus the Tampa Bays, St. Louis versus San Diego, Yankees versus Cleveland, and Milwaukee versus the Dodgers. We have to play Milwaukee first.
We didn't know that.
No, well, they didn't finish just figuring out who was going to be up against whom until yesterday.
Oh.
So we might have to redo this.
Yeah, we might have to. Should we use this?
I guess the Brewers made it. Well, now it's done for sure, yeah.
Best.
The Brewers made it in.
Okay, cool. So we'll definitely do it over for sure. We have to. I'm not going to go with an old lineup.
So this is a one-game playing game or what?
I guess that's the wild card, right?
AL wild card game 1.
Yeah.
I think this is just a single game play-in game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. They're in Ohio. Them Yanks.
Yeah.
I've never seen Aaron Boone get so worked up. He actually got worked up the other day. What was it, maybe 3 days ago? He took off his mask and he was yelling at an umpire.
Yeah.
Kind of great, yeah.
The unique 2020 MLB playoffs expands to include 16 teams, 8 in each league. Starts with a bang. With an unprecedented wild card round of a best-of-3 series.
Oh, best of 3.
In the wild
Oh my
card
gosh,
round.
that's so even more nail biting. Oh.
From there, you got best-of-5 division series. And you can see here,
Okay, so
you got a full bracket now.
sweet. Okay, so we can use this bracket. Excuse me.
Yeah, we can use this bracket. Okay, let's go back over here now. Hi, Zandy.
Hey, Zandy. Hey, Ingantier. Hi, the DR Nomad.
Hi, MC McPhee. Or E.
M.
McPhee.
McPhee.
E. McPhee.
E. McPhee. E. McPhee.
I don't know why I wanted to put an extra syllable in there.
I don't know either. Both of us.
E. McPhee. No Scots allowed. Don't listen to Lawnmower, E.
Don't.
McPhee.
Don't.
Lawnmower, I should never have left you with the no Scots allowed sign. I told you that was for Scots, SCOTT.
Yes, like Michael Scott from
There are no Scots
The
allowed.
Office. Correct.
Not no
I think you
Scots,
can
one
understand
T
that.
allowed. Scottish people are welcome as long as they're not named
Yes.
Scott.
They've invited us to their country, so they're allowed here.
Yeah, you got it wrong. Lawnmower. It's SCOTT. No Scots allowed.
No Scots, yeah.
Remember that day that
Michael
no Pauls
Scott,
were allowed?
out. Oh my gosh, when Aaron Pauls were around? Oh,
No. Do you remember the day that no Pauls
Those
were
were
allowed?
balls, yeah.
We had no Pauls.
I
day.
remember that, and then we learned how many people were actually named Paul that day.
Scotch is fine. Also, Scotch brand
tape.
tape is fine, but Scott brand toilet paper not okay.
No, well, okay.
Scott brand. toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Oh, yeah.
It's different. It's not Scotch.
It is Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Scotch. that's too close to Scotch. We're having a no Scotch day.
Oh.
Thank you, Lawnmower. I appreciate
Lawnmower.
the correction. That's a good correction. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that is, it's like that, no
Scotch is allowed.
Like Scott Pilgrim would not be allowed.
Yes, Scotch, however, is allowed. So is scooting. Scooting's allowed. Yes.
Oh my gosh! You know what makes who's that? There's some Scott.
Who is Scott? The person who's not allowed. Duh.
No, Scott's allowed.
Pauls, though, are welcome back. We did have our no Paul day.
We did. It lasted a long time. We learned that was his mom. His ex-husband's name's Paul.
Mhm.
I have an Uncle Paul. There were a lot of people who have the name Paul, but they weren't allowed.
I believe we have a no Greg's day scheduled.
Scheduled, yes.
Yeah, coming up at some point. Cool Paul came back.
Cool.
Scottsdale's not okay. No. Today, nobody's allowed to live in Scottsdale.
I think so. I found Bacon says I think Paul should be allowed back on probation. I agree with that.
No, Pauls are allowed back fully. Listen.
Why not probation?
Well, because even though they're Pauls, they don't retain the no Paul day stink
Okay.
past the no Paul day. It's like,
Okay.
all
right. That's
once
fair.
you've served your crime, once you served your time,
Hey.
you may be an ex-con, but be treated like a regular person. You've done your
Yes, you've done the
society.
time. You've done the time. It's okay. All right. I get you. I catch your drift.
So today, it's just Scots that are not allowed. Okay. What about S-sized cots? You're really pushing it there. I don't know any cots, but
Carl is a horrible name. Carl is a horrible name.
Carl is not the greatest name.
Carl is the guy I always will associate with the guy from
Simpsons?
no, actually. What was that one with the fries? The guy's a French fry, meat, wad, and shake.
Oh, yeah. Aquatine Hunger
Aquatine
Force.
Hunger Force. Yeah, Carl, the next door neighbor. You know, it is white TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll always be my example of Carl with the flip flops and the.
I also think of Carl's Industrial Tool and Supply, which is the place I worked at as a teenager.
That's a nice, pleasant memory.
It was fine.
I like to make up my SI sometimes.
It wasn't what it sounds like. It wasn't a hardware store. It sounds like a hardware store.
Yeah.
It was like a hardware warehouse that
Oh.
dealt with like phone orders and stuff back before the internet. And
So you would have been a pro curbside guy for COVID.
well, I mean, my job was mostly phone calls and paperwork, so it wasn't very fun.
I had to do that for when I worked at Lord and Taylor. So it's like because they would do like sometimes the curbside pickup too. When I was working, it never got done. I never did it.
How about the Standing Committee for Therapeutic Trials? Okay, well, that Scott's welcome. That Scott just happens to be it. Just happens to have that Scott in the name. It's not really a Scott. Yeah, like that sort of thing. Except it was actually industrial tools and supplies. So it's like, this is the wrong circumference of air tube. Hey, I asked for the 9mm air tube. This is the 11mm air tube. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you up to?
Okay, we'll get you. That's the 11mm air tube.
Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry.
It was totally like that. Richard is a worse name than Carl. Well, the problem with Richard is you get called Dick.
So that is a valid point. I would say yes. Richard is worse than Carl.
I don't know what Sam Cedar is. I'll tell you what else is worse than Carl. Schlong. If you name your son Schlong, that's not. You know, I had a student. Actually, did have a student named Richard Dong.
That must have been so sad for him.
I'm not sure if he got teeth battered or not. His name was Dick Dong. I just hope his middle name was Penis.
Me too. The trifecta.
Hi, Richard Penis Dong.
It's like, do you think that people would like immediately associate him with porn? Like, do you work in porn?
Your name's Richard Dong?
Richard Penis Dong. Richard would be worse if your last name was Balls.
It would be worse if your last name was In Balls.
Schlong and Balls.
My name is Richard Cock Dong. Sam Cedar, the host for a popular political podcast. Oh yeah, actually I do know who he is. He's a groupist, a silly groupist.
Oh, I could go for bacon.
His employment anywhere is a microaggression. But your name is Richard Nathan Balls. Dick and Balls. Dick and Balls, yeah. Right. You don't want to be called that. Of course, if you're a girl, you don't want to be named Vaginina Pussingtons.
Hell no. Very happy that I'm not called.
My parents gave me the family name Vaginina.
It's passed down for many ages. It's very important.
Of course, now it sounds old, but originally it was a common name back hundreds of years ago.
Yeah, you know.
Among the Nordics, we called each other Vaginina, or Vaggie for short. Nothing to do with the vagina, of course. How crass. It's not like they've named me Fanny.
Jane Austen Diaries.
My name's Virginia, but it's spelled with a Y. Virginia.
Oh, and whoever said that we were like the couple from Santa Clarita Diet? No.
That was a commenter.
Oh.
That wasn't his life.
Oh. My bad.
Thanks, Lawnmower.
The R silent and Virginia.
Spelled with a Y and the R silent. Vagina. Like that. Please don't mispronounce it.
Yes, please don't mispronounce it.
It rhymes with Regina. Okay? Vagina. Just like that. Welcome to the state of Vagina. Vagina is for lovers. That's the state motto of Virginia. Virginia is for lovers.
Oh yeah, it is.
Strange bee, apostrophe, strange bee, apostrophe, strange bee, apostrophe, strange bee, apostrophe, and then four more. You, sir, are pompous imbecile. Good day, sir.
That's two sirs in that one.
You, sir, are pompous imbecile, sir. Good day, sir. Rachel, do you say soda?
I usually say Coke. Like.
Yeah, you want a Coke?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think. Soda, I think, is what people would say without saying Coke in New York.
Don't be fooled, Xavier Reeves. Jesus' Lord is merely cloud.
No, they do not call it pop. New York does not call it pop. Pop is more southern.
I don't call it pop. I'd be more likely to say, do you want a soft drink?
Yeah, soft drink. That's... Yeah, Gen X deal. It's like a... Yeah, Midwest thing, I guess. I really don't know, because we just would say...
Pop people.
Soda. or cook. I'm not a very good. I lived in New York for like I don't know how many years. 30.
A lot of years.
20 something. Yeah. And I really do not think that I am a great representation of like a New Yorker. Like I definitely am. Like I'm definitely a New Yorker in some ways, and in some ways I'm definitely not. I never really felt like I fit in with the culture of the Manhattan lifestyle, you know? It's extremely expensive. There's a lot of high standards. Syrup. That's how I pronounce it.
Syrup. She says syrup. I say syrup.
Let's call the whole thing off.
I say syrup. I've never said it that way before, but I'm saying it that way now.
Wow, syrup.
Yeah, can I have some
say that
maple
too?
syrup?
We should.
Some
We
what?
should go.
Can I have some maple syrup? What do you mean? That thing. Oh, maple syrup? You're kind of annoyed by the Boston accent? That's wicked crazy to be annoyed by that accent. Is that how they talk? Something
wicked
like that?
crazy. Wicked crazy. I can't do it. It always goes back into my New York accent. New York talks like that. You don't want to mess with a New Yorker.
Look at me throw this
like
tea
that.
in the harbor. It's like that.
What's
Right?
up with this guy?
I don't know. New York guy is more like, why do you tell everybody then? Why do we tell everybody what?
Sup, CJ? CJ, so you don't have the accent? What are some common phrases though?
Caught.
Besides
Caught.
wicked.
Caught and caught. I say them both the same.
Caught and caught.
Oh, you say caught?
Yeah.
I say caught.
Caught and caught.
I caught a fish.
I caught the flu.
That's interesting. That's cool, Xavier Reed. Thank you for pointing that out.
That is funny. Hockey. That's how I say it. Hockey.
T.I. says it's right because it knows it's right.
Yeah.
I'd say T.I. says it's right because it can explain why it's right.
Even more, yeah. Other than wicked, it's dropping the R, so Ka. Ah, okay, gotcha. Well, everyone fucking loves Dunkin' Donuts here. You know what? Everyone loves Dunkin' Donuts in New York City as well. It's a weird mix of Dunkin' Donuts, half Starbucks people. It's split right down the middle. I can absolutely say that for sure.
Hey, there's no U in T.I., okay?
Astute observation. Do you think a T.I. Down would be happy with that statement?
Probably not. With the T, it sounds like proper English. Well, that's the thing about T.I. It's of all the introverted functions, T.I. has the most U in it. It's like, for something to be T.I. sensible, it has to be consistent. You fackin'.
Fackin' is definitely a Boston thing, CJ O'Connell. That's totally how you can tell a New Yorker from Boston person. You know, person from Boston is fackin'. You fucking socks. I can't do the ah. Yeah, the ahs are really there. You know, the ahs. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering it. It's wicked smart.
It's a very, very special introverted function that validates externally.
What is the Philly accent like?
It's like, I would like another Philly cheesesteak, please. Hey, look, there's the Liberty Bell.
It's got a crack because it probably fell.
Welcome to the city of brotherly love. I'm from Philadelphia, and I'm speaking with my classic Philadelphia accent. Here in Philadelphia, we eat cheesesteaks and root for the Phillies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad Philadelphia has a baseball team.
Me too. They should.
They deserve a baseball team.
It's a good city. I like Philadelphia a lot. I like Philadelphia a lot.
East Philadelphia is okay, but West Philadelphia is where I was born and raised. Playground was where I spent most of my days.
Do you know Alan Wang?
Probably. Hi, Alan Wang. What's going on?
You
The fact that Alan Wang calls me Strauss means...
You guys want to go down to the shore?
The only people around here who call me Strauss are former students.
I could do the accent like the Christmas tree woman.
Oh, you're that Alan? This is Edmund's former partner, Alan.
Mm.
Hi, Alan. How's it going? ESTP. Smart guy, pain in the ass. Are you still a smart pain in the ass, Alan?
Take a bath. Philly says use and Pittsburgh says yins. That's so cool. I love learning about this stuff.
What are you now? Like 11th grade, 12th grade, something like that?
In the song North American Scum by LCD Sound System, it says that a lot of Europeans think that North Americans are from England because certain parts of them have the accent still. So, like, Boston sort of does. ESTP.
Yeah, you're an ESTP.
For sure.
How I remember you. You were a pain in the ass. You taught me a lot about ESTPs and how they disrupt and stuff. Actually, I learned a lot from you. You were a serious pain in the ass. Let me tell you that. In no uncertain terms. But, you know, you do not believe so? You don't believe you were a pain in the ass, or you don't believe you're an ESTP? and there's the king
and
himself.
There we go.
There's the lit legend, Edmund.
Do you want some water?
That's great. This makes me very happy when ex-debaters come and hang out. West?
Go to the blah blah.
Go to the bubbla?
Bubbla.
You think you changed to ENTP? Uh-huh.
Yeah, because, like, Boston has the Irish accent.
Do you see this shit, everybody? Do you see this shit that I deal with? This is from somebody who I typed as a middle schooler. And even Alan is coming around here trying to claim to be an ENTP now.
Oh my god.
No, you cannot change personality types. Personality is defined as those who cannot. You are totally an ESTP. You are not anything else. You are ESTP, Alan. Yeah, I typed him as a middle schooler. Man, he was so Trump in his disruption of me, except he understood everything. He just didn't like to listen to me explain all the details. He just wanted Edmund to learn it and summarize it for him all the time. It was ridiculous.
Wanted to summarize it for him? That's great.
Yeah, Edmund wanted him to be his partner. I was just like, Edmund, come on, dude.
That's totally ESTP.
You're not an ENFJ, Alan. No way in how. There's no way in how you're an ENFJ.
Do we have any more cheese?
Yeah, we have a lot of more cheese. Okay. You're hungry, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I should make some burgers.
Well, I mean, only if you really want to. The cheese will hold me over till we're really hungry.
No, I'll make some food. Okay. Alan, excellent student to pick on. I didn't pick on him. He picked on me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I picked on him. The hell I did. I bent over backwards for those two. I mean, Edmund was just an absolute beast. Listen, you guys got to understand. These are not sort of no, not yet. Not yet, but it is something that's been discussed. Not in relation to that. I know that whatever about that. Edmund, you remember I found bacon? Huh. It's funny.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
You're from the past coming back.
I guess he is a mod now, Edmund. Most people who were mods, though, they became mods by they wanted to post a link, and I forgot to take it away from them afterwards. That's usually how people become mods. They say, I want to post a link. I say, okay, I'll make you a mod temporarily, and then I forget to take it away. I don't know if that's what happened with yeah, except Alan understands all the logical arguments. Yes, I remember you, Alan. God. You're quite memorable, and Edmund was quite memorable. You know, Edmund was when I talk about the best debaters I ever had, it's Edmund and Grace, and then my third one, maybe Kelly, maybe David, Josh, you know, but Edmund was an absolute beast. Did you continue to be debating, Edmund? When I talk about like INTP debaters being beast mode, I'm talking about Edmund usually. He learns shit fast. I see. Well, good to know, Bacon. He's a difficult one to remember, but if I'm correct, well, I mean, obviously cognitive type doesn't understand anything. Mingyu was an ISTP. As an ISTP, he had limited capacity to debate well. What type is Joe Biden? I'm not sure. Probably like ESFJ? Maybe ISFJ?
Yeah, because he's like touchy.
Yeah, it's probably ESFJ.
Yeah.
I think so.
Me too. It's like a lot of people liked him as VP based on personality, not based on government politics.
He's somebody who I believe is touchy in an old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Not in a. It may be creepy now,
yeah.
but it's not. He's not like. He's not actually creepy.
No, like it's just you know how people are now. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
everything is a touchy subject,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
But that yeah, he's known for like putting his hand on women's shoulders and stuff like that. Like when saying hello, he like gives a kiss on the cheek. He's old fashioned.
Yeah. I think he's a good guy.
Yeah, I do too. He's just not all there anymore.
Right. So, yeah, I think he's suffering from dementia. Is the bottom
He is
line.
my favorite dinosaur.
Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice of you.
It would have been Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Maybe she's my favorite dinosaur. Look at her bones now. actually sad. I've been trying not to think about it. Oh, the places we'll go.
My mom met Josh Brolin once, and he was super touchy with my mom. He was touching her thigh and stuff. Who's Josh Brolin?
Josh Brolin, he was in Goonies. He was also in Deadpool 2. He played Cable.
He played who?
Cable.
Let me look at a picture of him. That guy, huh?
He does look like he would be creeper. He was really nasty to his wife.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, he was likable in Deadpool too.
He's probably. I just don't like him with women. Like,
Yeah.
I can respect his work aside, from.
I believe that he might be a little bit iffy with that. Let's see. He was arrested on a misdemeanor charge of domestic battery.
Yeah.
Hooray! He was arrested for public intoxication. Well, I don't see anything here super too awful, but
Battery.
yeah, it's just battery. Just a little battery. I mean, come on, just a little bit of battery. Eric seems like a less psychopathic Doc Holliday. I'd like to think I'm not psychopathic at all.
Yeah, you're definitely not psychopathic. Actually, when you're angry, you're usually legitimately angry, and I admire the fact that you go there because a lot of people are afraid to show anger.
Well, I really see the way my clients have dealt with this shit with the coach as leading unavoidably to this kind of mess because they've been avoiding of just telling the truth right from the start. You go right up to them at the beginning and say, my kid's got a coach we're happy with. We want him to compete on the team. We want him to compete in LD. We'll take care of the coaching. And beatity beow. Right? But because they didn't take that approach, they try to maneuver people. They try to interface people too much. If you're like TE Dom, like Jeffrey's mom. And you end up with this problem, right? So now they got a situation where the coach entered him in novice in the first tournament, but he's too good for a novice. And he got disqualified. And then the coach is left with the reality that really that's on him, Yeah. But instead of accepting that, you mad, bro?
What did he say?
Arrested for battery. Isn't that code for my bitch forgot to make dinner? Well said, David Sanderson.
What?
So, yeah. Whatever I was saying.
Oh yeah, about your client and how they're handling the whole
Oh, right.
coaching thing.
It's like Lay it out there.
Yeah. They've got nothing to lose.
And she always wants to be so diplomatic, but
Can't always.
is that Edmund's dad? I will have to let you know. I don't have any meet and greets planned anytime soon. Everybody's COVIDed out, you know. So I don't have anything of the sort planned, but I will let you know, or I'll make an announcement or something if we have one. We probably will once this.
A meetup?
Yeah, a meetup of some kind
Yeah.
after COVID winds up. You know, if they want to.
That's a great idea.
If they want to at some point like meet at a coffee shop and make a video for the channel or something, we could do that. Although it is kind of tricky. I basically took down all my videos of minors because because YouTube got all super fussy about it, even though my stuff's all totally legit, like debate stuff or just typology stuff. YouTube got super antsy about any videos with kids in them, so I took down all my videos that had students in them. Answer to the title, no. I agree, Luca Mullen. The answer to the title is no.
What's the title stream again?
It says, are only boring people are boring, question mark?
No.
No. Because only boring people get bored or something like that. I'm bored. I've been bored the last few days, and I don't consider myself bored. I gotta say, this was exciting. This particular live stream, seeing Edmund and Alan show up, and I guess Edmund's dad as well.
That's fun.
Which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It was, Edmund and I had a lot of fun going to war together in various contexts. Yeah,
that's fun.
I think so. The biggest thing about Edmund was he didn't trust me and what I told him to do. Being an INTP means he always thought he knew better. And so the other thing is he tried to anticipate and counter every possible argument or everything. As soon as he lost a round on something, doesn't matter what the judges, whether he should have listened to them or not, he avoided losing the round. He actively inserted something into his case to avoid losing the round on that again in the future. And you can't really debate like that ultimately because you can only fit so much stuff into your case. And he'd have these like packed cases where he tried to spike out everything. I tell him, Edmund, just do it the way I tell you. Just do it the way I tell you. He's been here the whole time, Octavius, so he's Jesus' Lord.
That's how I feel about that.
That's my girl right there. That is my girl.
That's how I feel about that.
Well, CJ, it's because he's here the whole time. Technology can be attributed to the collective dumbing down of Westerners. I think you might have that backwards. I think what you're trying to say is the collective dumbing down of Westerners might be attributed to technology. Yet I find it to be quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Lawnmower, that's hilarious. Well done.
What?
Well done, sir. He says, I know what you mean. I finna go wash up. There should be a game where it's like a drinking game, but instead of drinking, it's smoking weed. Where every time you hear Rachel have a coughing fit, you have to pull a bomber up.
Guess what? It's coming up next.
Wait, is this the cloud guy you guys are claiming I am? Yes.
It's usually like I'm so T-polar that like if I'm not concentrating on pulling a bong rip, and I'm listening, I choke. Like And Jesus is the Lord made me be like, I mean, also me, but
Would you like this or this?
no, some more of the bud, please.
Oh, some on the old tray of brew. I'm nude says 666. I see. 666 what? Yes, I did make that climb.
Thank you. I'm gonna fiddle on the guitar too, I think, a little.
Okay. I believe I do believe Chris M that you mean loathsome or loathy or loatherific would be fine. Loathered, right. You're all loathered up. Eric, what type do you think would be best at making a fake account and having no one question it? I think I'd be good at it. Maybe you are. I mean, I can tell you what type is bad at it is ENTP. ENTPs are bad at it for the reason somebody articulated earlier. I can't maintain a fiction for very long. It requires more stick-to-itiveness than I have, really. So Bacon says, where do I get a shirt like yours, Eric? You don't. This is part of a limited run of shirts, and there are no more of them.
Yeah, I have the other one.
Of course, my darling.
This is cute.
I don't pretend to be anybody.
That's why I like him.
I never do. I'm always just me being this person.
Always.
Explain the difference between the way intuitives and sensors use religion. Well, my dad uses it kind of as a foil. He's he's an atheist who doesn't really like religion and sees it as a problem. He reads anti-religion books. I think, a lot of sensors use it as a map forward. You want this?
No, I'm good.
And probably too much so, like too explicitly, too precisely.
God is in my coughs.
I like that. Well said, Rachel.
Thank you.
I gotta say, I have a little bit of low energy syndrome. I don't seem to stay in a interesting state of go for very long before I run out of gas. I thought Rachel broke her bong though. She did break her bong. She's using the big bong.
Yeah.
Why is it useful to categorize people into sensors and intuitives and SI and SE are wildly different, etc.? It's a good point, Octavia Silva. I don't know. It's a way of intuitives feeling better about some anti-intuitive reality of the world, Because look, the thing is, sensors are more well equipped to, I guess, make their way through the world.
Mm-hmm.
And intuitives feel kind of like jealous about that. So we like to talk shit about sensors sometimes.
Eric's the best, if that's what you mean by boost up. He is the best. I have the best boyfriend. Oh my gosh, and I can say life partner.
Of course.
That's so like I always wanted a life partner.
You have one.
Oh,
I love my Rachel Rachel.
Oh, I love my Erica parrot.
She's a very special lady. I think JPBP said creativity is sometimes negatively correlated with success in school. You are nice to most people here, Octavia Silva. We all love you.
Yeah, we do.
And that's the problem with groupism, even when it's typological, is that it reduces some people for reasons that are not implicit to their individual selves, but rather to some other thing that you're annoyed by, and tries to conflate it into a legitimate critique of other people, which it's not. And so I'm sorry, Octavia Silva. I shouldn't have gone there. No, I don't go back and watch the video of my. I don't really like to go back to the beginning of the relationship because, we weren't where we are now, and where we are now is better.
Yeah.
Lawnmower. Why are you guys busting Octavia Silva's chops? Octavia Silva is never anything but nice.
Yeah.
I have never encountered any problem with Octavia Silva being mean to anybody. So why anybody would want to be mean to Octavia Silva is beyond me.
There you go, Octavia Silva. We all know you have a crush on me, Lawnmower. You don't have to try to pretend anymore. Boom!
Stop dipping Octavia's pigtails into your inkwell.
Yeah.
That's classic 1930s flirtation.
Doesn't work anymore.
Right.
Nope.
Classic 1930s flirtation. Cloud seems like someone who's not easily liked. We like Cloud around here.
Yeah,
we do. We take him for who he is, and he also somewhat incurs the consequence of his choices. Like, if all you're going to do is come around and try to provoke, then people are going to ignore you a lot. But that's fine. No, you're attracted to analog letters on the screen. Okay? I got a little secret for you, Lawnmower. I'm broadcasting TWFP in analog.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cloud is the town's designated shit stir.
Yeah, everyone needs one.
Since
everyone knows one too.
Since he's always trying to push everybody's buttons, it's easy to not be particularly nice to him. But he's still one of ours.
Still one of ours. Yeah. Just like Jeebus was.
He could be nice anytime he wants as himself, and then people would be nice in return. He just doesn't seem to choose to do so.
What's you Matt Bro saying?
He said, I think Octavia Silva would have deleted my ass long ago. She's true to the channel. She's a solid mod. I mean, you haven't really, I don't think you really crossed any big lines that I recall. I don't think of you as a line crosser.
Who?
You mad, bro.
Nice emoji work, you mad, bro.
Yeah. We had such an interesting conversation earlier today when we played Talk with Emojis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. You have good combos here. I always used to use the smirk one too. The one with
I felt like Mermaid Man earlier.
Wow.
I believe that's just called Merman. Mermaid Man doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make it any more masculine, I guess.
What was Octavia Silva's one weird trick to making claims about lawnmowers?
Getting comfy.
Yeah.
There. Getting comfy with the Sarah.
Berman. It's like just the racist cop superhero. Oh. If God exists, he can only exist along one or of two axes or dimensional measurements. One, either God is of a form that is intelligible and accessible to humans, or two, God is directly responsible for logic because God invented logic to communicate in an intelligible form to us humans. Why are I don't understand the relationship between the 2 points though. It's like I agree that if God exists, either he's in a form that is to some extent intelligible and accessible to humans, or he's not, is the other alternative. Right? That's the natural second alternative to that.
Second alternative.
Why would you have the second alternative, or God is directly responsible for logic? And even if God were responsible to logic, would that make him what? Not subject to it? So why? You have to ask the questions. That's the thing. If you want to argue well and you want to understand arguments well, you have to ask the right question. You have to get adversarial with your own arguments, first and foremost, so that you understand them properly. If you don't get adversarial with your own arguments, then you are doing it wrong. A bruvsicle. Thanks, Octavia. I am on high alert about your FI down feelings. There's a little bit of the INFP thing with ISFPs, I guess, but it's more more protective and less worried about getting in trouble. INFPs are kind of worried I'm going to get in trouble with them. Kyra could get me in trouble at any moment.
See? Q.
Yeah, there was that one time. Logic is self-identical, like 2 + 2 = 4. I don't know.
Those look a little bit giant. What was it? Vaginina? Vaginina.
Mm-hmm. Vaginina Pussingtons.
Vaginina Pussingtons, guys. Two + 2 means 4, as 4 is 2 + 2.
Okay.
Sam Smith.
So what's your point? The symbols mean things?
Sam Smith says, I wonder if these kids
these days get bored.
I remember spending many summer days as a kid being bored. Today, with internet, never.
All right, well, I'm feeling a little bit bored.
We have 22. Hey, how about we get some thumbs up?
That's a nice idea. Maybe it feels like thumbing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be
21
appreciated.
people would.
If you change the genetic code of an apple, enough, it won't be an apple anymore. Any thoughts on Trump tax returns? I don't really think it's relevant to anything. There's lots of reasons to dislike Trump. His tax returns don't seem particularly cogent to anything.
What does cogent mean?
Well, clear or understandable. In this sentence, I misused the word. I should have said relevant. It wasn't a right word to say cogent to it. But I by adding the two, I tried to stretch the meaning of cogent to saying it wasn't comprehensible to any relevant frame of reference. So I just tried to get a little creative with my diction. I should have said relevant.
Puss is exactly right, Swift Eagle. Puss indeed. Wasn't it just found out that he hasn't been paying his taxes?
I'm going to have to agree with Xavier Reeds here on this one.
Jesus is Lord. Placing logical restrictions on the ontology of God makes him only ontologically logical, meaning he only exists within reality rather from without.
Rather than from without, defeating your own claim that God is outside logic itself. Well, I mean, the thing is, there's no reason to believe that because you create a system, you aren't subject to it, is one thing to note, right? There's a bug on the wall. That's not a bug.
Oh, actually, there was a grasshopper that I couldn't figure out how to get rid of. I want to see if it's still there. It is. It's kind of big.
Where is it?
It's in the slot.
It's a grasshopper?
Yeah. It looks like Jiminy Cricket.
You want me to get it or what?
I think so. If you could.
I'm going to try to get it to go outside.
Yeah.
And then, go on.
Yay! You saved the day.
Did you go outside? I hope so. I don't see him anywhere. He definitely moved.
Okay,
So
that's
I think
it.
he went outside.
Yeah, I do too.
That was really the only place he could have gone.
You flicked him, right?
I just pushed on the back and he jumped away from me out
And yeah,
the door.
I think you
So
did. I don't see him. Thank you.
How does function value not overlap with FI stuff? It seems like all absolute values be connected to a positive or negative FI response. Or am I wrong? Well, it's a matter of whether you're prioritizing that frame of reference, really. It's like, obviously, making me feel things is part of what makes, say, a movie good. But there's not just, you don't just feel things from a FI perspective, you feel things from an NI perspective too. Like, something will give me goosebumps and have a very strong, I guess, emotional response to me, but I don't see it as an FI thing. I see that as more of an NI thing. Other stuff will have an emotional response to me. Like in the scene in the movie where the kid's father dies or something, it's gonna make me cry. That's not even how Rachel spells her name. Jesus is Lord.
Boom.
You are Cloud. Okay? Just get over it. Cloud, you do your very best to provoke everybody. So to say stable people don't feel provoked by you is to say that stable people aren't provocable. Well, that's not true.
Can I show you a picture I posted?
Sure. What does that say?
It's Arcadia.
It's a little bear that sleeps there?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like the fact you got Peter.
Yeah, right? And you can see him so well.
So, I'm an extremely stable genius.
Ooh, extremely stable genius? That's
Yeah.
what you are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's nice to be with an extremely stable genius.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm out of energy for live streaming. Maybe we'll watch a movie. I think we're good.
Okay.
Anybody got any good recommendations
Yeah,
for
does
movies?
anyone?
We're looking for good film recommendations. Good film recommendations
Yeah.
before we go.
We'll take anything.
Something magnificent. Something wonderful.
Videodrome.
Predestination. Braveheart. Tombstone. Never heard of Videodrome or Predestination. Birdman.
Birdman. I saw Birdman.
Was it good?
It's long.
I don't want to see Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind right now.
No. I don't think you should.
Black Swan.
Black Swan's good. I like Black Swan. Videodrome. I don't remember what. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Birdman was pretty good. I liked Birdman. It is just long.
Kelly's Heroes. What's Kelly's Heroes? Never heard of
Yeah,
that.
me neither. Videodrome is the best. Can we?
Let's look up Kelly's Heroes and Videodrome.
Okay.
Just something like super entertaining, I guess. One way or the other.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you misspelled Heroes and Kelly's. 1970s action war movie.
Interesting.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, it is.
2 hours and 30 minutes. That's long.
That is long.
All right. What was the other one? She's a Videodrome.
Maybe I think I'm gonna get myself a soda too.
1983 horror film. Hour and a half. That's a little bit more, I think, within our patience.
Yeah.
It's,
Yes.
It's got James Woods in it. Can't go
That
wrong
looks
with
like Debbie Harry.
it. It is.
Oh wow.
That's Debbie Harry.
Wow.
Let's see what our other options are from the list here.
Look up Birdman.
Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Never heard of it.
Me neither.
The original Blade Runner. I thought about that. That's kind of a dark movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did see it
What?
multiple times when I was a kid. The original Blade Runner.
Oh.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't. That looks interesting.
It does look interesting.
Yeah.
It's on
And
Netflix.
Netflix. That's 2 points.
Produced by the Coen Brothers. An
We both like
anthology
the
of 6
core-
short films that take place in 19th century.
Ah,
That
that's
might
a
be
possibility.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. That's cool. You were just talking about children with Mennonite typing.
I watched Terminator 3 the other night.
Hey.
That was okay.
I was watching this movie called Love Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of Hallmark movies. So
Oh yeah, this is good.
one we talked about this one before.
That is
We
a
never
good
saw
movie.
it together. It is a
Have
good
we
movie.
both seen it separately?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll probably not see that one because we've both seen it. Phone Booth with Colin Farrell.
Interesting. Oh, Colin Farrell?
Got Kiefer Sutherland, Katie Holmes in it as well.
I'm skeptical.
Let's see.
Maybe. It's actiony.
It's actually a
Yeah,
possibility.
it's a possibility.
Definitely a possibility.
Phone Booth is underrated. Okay. So then, yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, have you seen that before?
Yeah, I have.
All right. Well, we've got our choices here. Thank you everybody for your recommendations. And
Mama, I do what I want.
and just remember that, Rachel.
Mhm.
Rachel, do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. Goodbye,
Bye.
friends.
Thanks for your help.